course. So I think that, initially the transition was a little tough, and faculty and the type of activities that we have had, the type of subject we have had, it's really transitioning. Like there is not some, you're not constantly put into some new environment. They build up blocks from the base. So that is something that has really helped. And even from the faculty per se, like as in IT, which is completely unrelated to my bachelor's, and but the faculty has been really helpful. Like they would go back to individual, like they would go back to individual students and look at what is their issue and how they can help with, and sometimes the class moves really at a pace which is like comfortable to everyone. So I feel these are the things that really helped us.
So that's really right. And at IIHMR, we students have letter of opportunities to experience real-time working in healthcare industry through various internship programs, field visits, etc. So can you elaborate few of them in which you have participated and how highlight how it helped you in your real life?
That I would say that would be my favorite question because I really love talking about my internship. And so internship is a part of our curriculum. 2 months we are into some organization, and I was at Manipal Hospital's radiology group. So that was my first exposure about what, it was the first time I was supposed to put all the theoretical things that I've studied for a year into some practical aspect. And I think it was really great because, when you are in an internship, people are very open to teaching you things, and you're not loaded with responsibilities. People understand that you're fresher, you're still in your college, and you're trying to do things. So I think that these industrial aspects that we gain as a part of the college while being in the college is something that really helps because people are very open to teaching you things. And it really helps you to build confidence too, that you have been learning things, and then it like you are at that stage that you can get in somewhere into the industry. And even field visits, I would say, like IT does not have a lot of field visits because IT is something that does not require it. But then I've seen my colleagues and all in hospital, public health. I think Rama could tell you more about it. So field visit is something, like, as far as I've heard from it, then you can. It's very different when theoretically you read things and then actually you have to go and tackle a situation there on at the ground level. So I think it is really important to hold that practical aspect parallel to the theoretical part. And we have a 10-day observership, the internship, and then plus a lot of field visits or some of the other things as a part of, subject assignments. So there are a lot of things which help us to equally build the practical knowledge.
Okay, so you are one of the active member of entrepreneurship cell. So this question will rightly suit you. So apart from academics, how the committee-driven activities helped you to build your management skills more practically?
I think it is one of a very good thing of IHMR that every activity, like, and like, irrespective of the committee that you are in, every event is held exclusively by students. And I think it is very much like a learning how to handle an entire event by yourself, because it's very easy to plan it out in your head, and then when 200 people come together for an event with four different guests from outside, it's really tough to manage and maintain everything on time, on schedule. So I think it's fun and it's very good learning. So it is like you know something that you love doing, and then it equally gives you lessons out of it. And plus, particularly talking about the innovation cell, the activities that we have had, it has given us a lot of exposure with different industry leaders, like how was their journey, what they have done. And I feel entrepreneurship is like a new thing these days, and it's something that is really important to know about. So there are a lot of benefits of doing, like, having the entire event organized by yourself. Like, you get to meet people, you need to manage the crowd, you get to manage the crowd, manage the event, coordinate everything. So I think, yeah, that's it.
So before moving on to the next question, Audiences, if you have any questions to ask the speakers today, you can drop your questions in the chat box and it will be taken up at the end. Feel free to ask questions. So Shivani, since you are successfully placed at Deloitte, can you highlight like how IHMR's placement cell has helped you in the entire process of your placements and how placements have been
I would say that the placement cell is great because I'm a member myself, and but then I was just kidding. And to be honest, like our placement support has been throughout, not only in terms of getting an organization and helping you get somewhere. It really looked at building that aspect and building that
Shivani, am I
perspective.
audible?
Hello, yeah, am I audible? Hello, yeah. So should I start over or was it audible
Yes,
enough?
yes, yes.
Should I start over?
Yes, it's better to share your placement experience and what is the entire process of placement in IHMR.
Yeah, so like what I was saying was that like placement support, like the placement support has not been in terms of only getting up organizations and then arranging interviews and all. It started way back. I feel at the end of our like at the beginning of our second year, at the end of our first year somewhere, it was when it started. We got to sharpen or to work on our soft skills and aptitude test and everything. So it was like we were been trained for it for a long time now, and it was the placement support was not just in terms like helping you to get an interview or anything. So I would say that a lot of it was because the placement cell was active enough to like help us and understand what all aspects is important before getting into the organization per se or before reaching that interview. So yeah, that was something like that is that holistic or the comprehensive training that we were given about how to approach different situations. That is something that was really nice. And in terms of the organizations, I feel that we have ample of organizations, and I'm in the placement cell myself, so I know how hard we are running to get more and more organizations. And so yeah, it's been great. And
So,
I
how
think
was your overall learning experience at IHMR?
at IIHMR, I think it has been great. It has been really great. And learning was not only just about management or the theoretical part or about getting a good placement. It involved a lot of personality development part. It like you can see yourself evolving 2 years through college, the day you entered and the day you're exiting. And I feel that I have really like it has really helped me to build on that confidence and that like that I somewhere we can get somewhere good in the industry, and we've started off really good by taking up IHMR is what I would say.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Shivani, for your valuable time and wish you all the very best for your future. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So, joining us next is Dr. Aroma Ganguly. Dr. Aroma has graduated with Bachelor of Dental Surgery from Manipal College of Dental Sciences, Manipal. She is doing her PGDM in Hospital and Health Management from IHMR with a specialization in Public Health Management, and she is currently placed at Deloitte, and she has completed her internship in Plan International India Chapter Delhi, and she is one of the active member of Placement Committee. Hello Aroma.
Hi, Shivayu.
So, to quickly begin, my first question to you is, as a dentist, we are asked these questions very frequently. What is the scope of BDS graduates in the field of hospital and healthcare management? What is your say on the same?
Well, I personally feel that being a BDS graduate gives you a lot of scope in this industry, and that is you'll see it from as soon as you start your journey in IHMR. So, like for starters, I'd like to say that around 40% of our class, our batch, were dentists. So, and you can definitely see it giving you an advantage because, in terms of let's just take like terms that you know or that are regularly used in this entire course, you are already well versed with these terms, and you obviously have a domain or background advantage, right? Because, and you also, being someone who has done their course completely in hospital, I mean, like, because that's where your clinics would be in your dental studies, you already are well versed with how a hospital functions, and you're already part of it. So that way you can just use this and leverage this advantage into this domain. So I think it definitely gives you a lot of domain advantage.
So, how do you think IHMR helped you in your overall growth?
I don't know where to begin. IHMR has really provided ample opportunities for overall growth in general. And as Shivani said, like, you can definitely see the difference between, how you first walked into the college and how you're going to leave the college. And this is because I think majorly it gives you a lot of opportunities, right? So in terms of, firstly, I'd say like our classes, the way they are designed, it's not completely theoretical knowledge, right? So we always have like industry interactions, and you're going to have sessions with your industry people coming in, and even the classes or even the modules, they have sufficient space for like case studies or presentations, then group discussions. So keeping all these together, you definitely have a very proper outlook, which is just not theory based. You already know like how to put your thoughts forward. That's one of the major advantages of IHMR. And another thing would be the major advantage which is offered to you because of the sessions that are as in, like, you have your observership and you have your internship. That gives you a good outlook on the industry. And like most of the activities in IHMR are majorly student driven, right? And they give you ample opportunities to take up, and you can help in organizing events, and take part in you can take part in researches and other projects. You can do a lot of, IHMR provides you a lot of work that you can do, and it's up to you to do these things and add to your values. So yeah, I think that's the major way.
So, at IIHMR, we all are provided with a faculty mentor. So, how does this personal mentoring help you in your entire journey?
So Shubha, like, I personally say that a lot of colleges do have a mentor-mentee bond. Okay, like a lot of, even my UG college had it. However, I'd say like it's completely different in IHMR because of the ease of access to your mentor. Okay, so like everyone will have a mentor, and you can access them at any time with any doubts, and they're very friendly, supportive faculty who are always looking out for you, and they definitely have like, you can, even when you have any doubts or any problems, even if it's curriculum based, even if it's career based, you can definitely go and just reach out to them. And they're very, like, they've worked in the industry, so they have a lot of a lot of opinions that they would like to share with you, and they'll definitely help you in your career growth. And just a simple example, like, when I was picking my specialization after first year, I was extremely confused about what to go for, because I had initially thought of hospital, and during the course I realized that no, I have a real flair for public health and I really want to pursue it. And I went to my mentor regarding the same doubt, and she didn't force any decision on me or advise me like directly, but she sat down with me, told me the advantages, and we made a list of pros and cons together of both the specializations, and helped me make the decision for myself. And I think that's what you really need. You don't need someone putting a decision on you, but giving you or enabling you enough to take your own decisions. And I think that's definitely provided by Ajmer.
So, can you share us some tips and advice which has helped you throughout the process of your placements?
Okay, so I think the first tip, and I give this to everybody because I'm also in the placement committee, so I give this to everybody, is communication is the key. Uh, please work on communication, because I've seen so many organizations coming in, and that is literally the first thing that they look for. Like, are you able to communicate? Are you able to voice your opinions? Okay, so I think that and having all these activities in college, where we present, where we do so many things, I think that's given a major push to our communication and everything as well. Also, secondly, I'd say, like, if your organizations of choices include something which require aptitude, definitely focus on that, because that will be the first round that will definitely play a major role in deciding, if you even get to the second round. Your communication skills only come in the second round, so you have to get through the first round first. So focus on aptitude, start preparing, and yeah, these are the two major things that I'd say, and just be yourself. I think that's also really important.
So, what will be your one piece of advice to students looking forward their future career in healthcare industry?
I'd say the one thing is come with a open mind. So I personally feel like I think everyone who's about to join this course, even we had this apprehension, are we taking the right decision because we're shifting our career field? And there will be days even after you join the course where you're definitely going to be thinking, oh my God, did I make the right decision? And there will be other days where you're like, yes, I made the right decision. But at the end of the day, I just say like, even though you have apprehension and anxiety over this right now, later this will be totally worth it, and you can just focus on just go for it and come with an open mind, give it a chance. And I think that's, and even when you're in this field, you might think that I want this or I want that, but we don't really know that much about the field. So like, just keep your mind open, take what comes and go for it.
Thank you so much, Arama. Thank you so much for joining us and wishing you all the very best.
Thank you, Shubha.
Moving ahead, we have Mr. Moinuddin Kazi with us. So,
Hello
can I have the
everyone.
introduction slide? Yes. So, Mr. Moinuddin Kazi was graduated with Bachelor of Nursing from Al Amin Medical College, Bijapur, Karnataka. He is pursuing his PGDM in Hospital and Health Management from IIHMR with a specialization in hospital management. He is placed at Apollo Hospitals in Marketing of Healthcare Services Department, and he has completed his internship also in Apollo Hospitals, Bangalore. Hello, Kazi.
Hello everyone. How are you all? Hope you are doing good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And congratulations on your placement in
Thank you.
Apollo.
Thank you so much.
So, my first question to you is that what helped you recognize your interest and choose your specialization in second year? You have chosen hospital specialization.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
what
yeah.
made you to choose hospital specialization in second year?
As you all know, I have mentioned I did my bachelor's in nursing, so I don't want to restrict myself to just be a nurse. So I want to learn more and I want to explore more. So I have chosen management. So after in a second year, even I was also a bit in confusion mode what to do. I met with my mentees, my mentor mentees. So I met with my dean and director. So they helped me to choose. They helped me to choosing the hospital because even I am from my background of because I know many things from hospitals and I did my internships and even in my observership STPs. So because of doing all that, I got very clear cut so that hospital is better place for me to work.
Okay. So, you did your observership at Kaveri
Yeah.
Hospitals and internship at
Apollo
Apollo
Hospital.
hospitals.
Yeah.
So, how did your hospital observership and your hospital summer training program pave the way for your placements at Apollo?
Okay. I will start with the Kaveri. It was like in observership, I was into only in operations. So in operations, they explained us like step by step how the hospital is, how the hospital will run. So because of that observation, I came to know how to initiate your career in a hospital. And in coming to the Apollo, in Apollo STP was of 2.5 or 3 months. So I was there in a multiple different departments like in HR, in operations, in finance, in marketing. So in working in a different organization, exploring different departments, I came to know it's better to be here.
Okay. So at IHMR, we have lots of cultural diversity. Like even in our batch, we are
Yeah, yeah,
students from
yeah. We
all
have.
the states of
It's
India.
like mini
So
India.
and we organize various cultural activities in IHMR within the campus. So how has that helped you in your overall personality development, like participating in cultural activities?
So as you mentioned, our IIHMR Bangalore has everyone from different culture, and it is called as a mini India because I know all my classmates are even from South India, North India, Northeast. Everyone is from different places. So the first thing, everyone will support each other. It's not like I am going first, you don't come. So because of all my classmates, and even everyone supported me in that. and if I'm having any doubt, even they are helping me. They help me a lot. So it shows that IHMR has a culture to support a student.
So the journey of PGDM will be full of ups and downs for all of us. So what would be the one piece of advice you would like to share with all of us that kept you motivated continuously?
The first thing I will tell you, as my both of my classmates said, that communication matters a lot. And the second thing, be positive. Yeah, that's an important thing because everyone comes to for a package for a placement. After coming into a second year, they start like, oh, this and that, this and that. Be patient. Everything will get you everything at your time. You don't need to hurry for that. That I advise.
Yes, I completely agree with you. So what are the key learnings from IHMR Bangalore that makes you to help excel in your workplace?
So first thing, it will show that I got placed in Apollo. That will show because of IHMR. I studied in IHMR. I did my internship in Apollo. Because of IHMR, I got my internship in Apollo. The reason why I got a job in Apollo. And here in our IIHMR Bangalore, we have different things like they will teach us, even if they will focus on our soft skill classes. We are having that also. We are having many, especially for the hospital students, we are having many field works, from that also starting from the first year. We'll go to from small hospital to a corporate hospital. We'll come to know what are the difference between small hospital and big hospital, and how we are going to take care being a future managers in a which hospital we will get placed, so how to work in that and how to work in a corporate. We learn here definitely.
Thank you, Kazi, and all the best for your future.
Thank you so much.
So, with this, we have come to the last part of our today's webinar where we would like to take on questions from our audience. And I would like to request all three of you to answer those questions. So, audience, feel free to ask questions. And if you have any questions, you can just drop your message in the chat box so that we are ready to take up the questions now. We have students from three specializations: hospital, public health, and health IT. So, if you have any queries regarding the specializations and regarding IHMR, you can drop your questions in the chat box or you can feel free to ask. You can unmute and you can even feel free to ask. So, we, so as of now, we didn't get any questions. There was a question and it's been answered by admission cell. So we'll end up the session now. So, guys, if you have any questions, you can contact our admission team at any time. So, once again, it was a great pleasure to have all of you three here. Thank you for sharing. Okay, we got a question now. So, ma'am, myself, I completed Doctor of Pharmacy. Can I take hospital administration specialization? So, anyone can answer this question. Dr. Shivani?
So, Ramya, yeah. So, hi, and you obviously can, and not just hospital. Like I would say that it is a very dynamic field here in healthcare. So it does not matter what background you come from. You can always opt for either of these specializations. And even if you're someone who is not from a medical background, like we have a lot of our colleagues who have done their bachelor's somewhere in commerce or some IT related field or somewhere, and they have happily taken up either hospital or pharma or even public health for that. So you can always opt for hospital after pharmacy. I think it would be great. I think there are more questions.
So I also completed BAMS. Can I able to take public health? Dr. Aroma.
Yeah, definitely you can take public health. In fact, you'll have an added advantage, as I said, about, you are in the domain and you do know more about, healthcare in general. So you'll definitely have an advantage. But as Shivani said, it really doesn't matter as much except that small amount of added domain knowledge that you know. But when you come here, even if you don't know much about the field, you learn it. So any field can take any specialization. There's actually no limitation in that matter.
Thank you, Aroma. So, rest of the questions will be addressed by our admission team. So, you can contact them at any time. So, once again, it was a great pleasure to connect with all three of you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and insights with us. I hope it was a great learning experience for all the audience and we end this webinar. So, take care and have a great